Welcome to Mike's Mr. October and More. Okay, you're looking at a Topps Archive baseball card, style of 1974 cards by Topps of the late Thurman Munson. I just love this card. I always call them retro cards because you're going back in time and showing. It's a beautiful card. And I know you've heard this 1,000 times. I was lucky enough to see Thurman Munson play at the old Yankee Stadium and the renovated Yankee Stadium in the Bronx with my late father. But anyway, I thought I would do an episode what occurred in the summer of 1979. So we're either good or bad. But I was in Germany at the time with my mother. Stayed with my grandparents, not knowing that would be the last time I see my grandfather. I did not know at the time he was dying of emphysema. He was gone by December of the same year. We had a real great rapport, liked swimming a lot. My grandfather was a great swimmer. He swam across some rivers in Germany. But anyway, I'm not going to ramble on about my grandfather. But after my mother went back to the United States, I stayed with my grandfather's younger sister in Germany for a month. And I was lucky enough to stay with her is because she owned a soda factory in Germany, a small one. And my other aunt who lived downstairs in the 3-story apartment complex, my Tante Martha, and the one I stayed with was Tante Bertl. My Tante Martha, she ran the business. So each morning I would get up early, and I was only 16 at the time. So I would get up each morning, and my Tante Bertl would make me, breakfast, lunch sometimes, but mainly dinner each day, and I stayed with her. But each morning we would, me and a younger kid, he was probably 13 or 14, and then Dietgar, he was like the boss, the manager, and we would go out for deliveries, delivering beer in the like cases, like the milk crates, and also soda. And we would go to different bars and houses, and we'd take off the beer and the soda and deliver it to the person or to the business. Now, you would never hear or even can't even do that in the United States, but that's what we did. I did that for a month. So that was basically my payment for my aunt taking care of me and everything else. But she didn't care. She was a great cook. But what happened in the meantime, on August 5th, I had received this letter from my mother. She was writing down the happenings. And then the part I got to get to is the part from my father. I know it's kind of hard to see. It's going to lead into some events that occurred in that time frame of August of 79. So it says, Dear Mike, now you got to understand back in the 70s, TV isn't like it is now in Germany. In Germany, TV shut off at 12 midnight and you didn't see nothing thereafter. It was just like, like a poltergeist with the black and white, and it goes, shh, that's it. And they only had like 3 or 4 channels on TV, nothing else. And it was like boring. So the only way I really could get connected with the United States was either a phone call from my parents, which didn't really occur that much, or you have to get a newspaper or listen to Armed Forces Radio in Germany, or get a newspaper, which was, I would have to ride the bike from my aunt's house or walk somewhere to get a newspaper. So I was at the mercy of Armed Forces Radio and trying to listen to sports. But I honestly did not know this occurred until my father sent me this letter about the bad news. And there's some good news, and I will share that with you. It says, Dear Mike, by now you probably have heard the sad news about Thurman Munson. The Yanks are really grief-stricken, and so am I. In other news, Reggie got kicked out of a game last week for trying to beat up the pitcher, Mike Caldwell. Anyway, I've clipped the newspaper um, articles, and it talks another sentence about somebody. But um, so I thought I'd share this with everybody. I happened to find this in my Foot Locker that was stored away. So um, that's about Thurman Munson. But what else I will do is I got to flip around the camera and I got to show you a little article about this brawl and some players and some events, because also I have a newspaper article I will show you, and I did clip it out. It's called the International Herald Tribune, Wednesday, October 15th, 1979. Lou Brock, I cut it out. I got this in Germany. I got it out. I still have it. And also, Kari Uskensky also got a 3,000 base hit. So I got to turn around the camera, and I got to show you some baseball cards of all these players. So let's take a look-see. So as you can see, there's the Thurman Munson card. And this is Thurman's last card, the 79 Topps. Thought I'd show it to you. Quite interesting. Not knowing that it would be the captain's last baseball card. What a great player. What a leader. And I always remember seeing him coming up to the plate and fixing his glove and his thumb and the strap on his batting glove and do the swing. And he just was a great all-around player. And, as we know, he was a 7-time All-Star. He was a MVP in 76, Rookie of the Year. He is the only catcher in Major League history to bat 300 and 100 RBIs in 3 consecutive seasons. No other catcher has ever done that. And I'm going to be showing you the other part of the letter that my father sent to me, and that is going to be none other than Reggie Jackson. Love this baseball card of Reggie with the All-Star on the bottom. And then his opponent, Mike Caldwell. Now, we know all about Reggie Jackson. Mikey fell over. I'm not having too much luck here, guys. There you go. So anyway, just to give you a little history of Mike Caldwell, he was 137 wins on 130 losses, a 3.81 ERA. And in 1978, he was 22-9. And in 1979, he was 16-6. So that's a little bit about Mike Caldwell. So I just cut this. I don't know what happened to the newspaper clipping, but here's the brawl. And guess who's in the center? Right there. The captain, Thurman Munson, in full catcher's gear. I can tell you that's over here. That's Ron Guidry. And I can't tell anybody else, at least not on the Brewers. I think number 15 was Cecil Cooper. That's 15. But anyway, I thought I'd just show you that. And there's Thurman Munson. There's no other Yankee player visible there other than Ron Guidry. And the next one I'm going to show you is the newspaper clipping. And that's of Lou Brock. And Lou Brock strokes hit number 3,000 against the Cubs, Dennis Lamp at St. Louis Monday night. And as you can see, International Herald Tribune, Wednesday, August 15, 1979. Cards Brock gets 3,000th hit. And it shows there. And it describes how he got his hit. And it was during his second at bat. And it had on a 0-2 count. Lamp wasted a pitch outside before decking Brock. Brock accepted the knockdown. But that was after his base hit, but well, I guess during his at bat. But then in the fourth, he hit a 2-2 liner that struck Lamp and bounced back towards the third base line. No play was possible. Lamp left the game in considerable pain. The Cubs won 3-2 on Gary Templeton's sacrifice fly in the ninth. So I thought that was pretty neat. I still have that newspaper article. So here we are with Lou Brock. This is from my set that I have, 79 top set. And he had a second card, all-time record holder, stolen bases, season and career. That was Lou Brock's last season. And he finished with 3,023 hits. And the other player that got his 3,000th base hit, and I have to show this also in a moment. And this is Dennis Lamp's baseball card. Can't forget Dennis. He doesn't get much hobby love, so I thought I'd show you his baseball card. I'm not doing too good today on putting on the baseball cards on this tripod, or bipod, whatever you ever like to call it. There you go. And the last player is going to be Yaz. I would have to show this because he did get his 3,000 base hit. So if Jim, Pickering Jim, is watching this, he'd be upset that I didn't show a Yaz card. So there's my Yaz card, and there's Lou Brock. So both new members of the 3,000 hit club in 1979, the summer of. And Yaz finished with 3,419 hits, and his last season was 1983. Oh, just to go back to Dennis Lamp, he had an exact record, 96 wins and 96 losses with a 3.93 ERA. Actually, he played 16 seasons, and in 1985, get this, he was 11-0. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed that little episode. So if you'd like to, give me 1 or 2 thumbs up. There you go. And I really appreciate you watching Mike's Mixed October, my channel. And if you'd like to, you can always subscribe. The more the merrier. Join the party. So thanks for watching Mike's Mr. October and more.